One of these days. Okay. Okay. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. I'm not uploading this to YouTube. YouTube starts now. Okay. We're going to go for this. I agree. Doki Doki. Yeah, my name is going to be... not sponsored. I'm not sponsored. Okay. And I'll prove I'm not sponsored. I don't even really like Melba Toast. Unless you guys decide to sponsor me, in which case it's my favorite. I can't go a day without it. Okay. Skip! This is going to be a boring playthrough, guys. We want to get to that Doki Doki Plus content. Okay. We're going Natsuki. Natsuki. How do you like the warm... Dang it! We messed up already. Okay, now we go like this. Okay. Come on. We need that perfect poem. Cute. Ocean. God damn it! I don't understand what you like, Sayori. Cute. Play. What? Oh my god. I don't know the difference between Sayori and Natsuki, apparently. Explode. Okay. Pink. Boop. Sugar. Marshmallow. Color? Damn it! I just know that Natsuki is like... I thought she was like smile. Oh my god. This is the hardest game of my life. Oops, I meant to click ribbon. This is the hardest game of my life. Okay. Play. I already did that one. Oh my god. Sunny. Shiny. There we go. Sing. God damn it. Sayori. Poof. Yes. Parfait. Uh-huh. Sweet. Fuck. Candy. Papa? Lollipop. I have no clue what Natsuki likes here. Raindrops? Raindrops might be her, though. I feel like raindrops could be in the... What would Natsuki like here? God damn it. Oh my god. I don't even know what you like, Natsuki. What the heck? Oh my god. Shopping. Vanilla. Heart. Maybe. Smile. Heart. Fuck. Cheer. It was probably a hop. God damn it, we're tied again. I can't stop writing poems for Sayori. Excuse me. Cry. Are you ready? Parfait. Candy. Clouds? Hey, Sneaky. How's it going? Oh, no. Bouncy. Socks? I don't know. I don't know what she likes. It's got to be one of these. One of these. But you don't want to get that sweet 100% trophy. Okay. What does she like? Fuck! Sing to Papa. Giggle. Cheer. Fuck. Skipping. Ribbon? Feather. Lipstick. Lucky. Silly. Shit. Skirt. Cheeks. Doki Doki. Poof. We'll just throw one of these in there for fun, because we've already lost. Playground. Pink. Okay, nailed it. My poem is like, oh, the sweet candy and singing to Papa. Doki Doki, my heartbeat, suicide. Oh, I love pink. People are like, what was that in the middle there? What, Doki Doki? No, after that. Pink? No, a little bit before that. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. We started over, Coldy. We're going for the developer's note. So we're going to try to not let a certain character be deleted from the game, so to speak. Yeah, wait, so for the special ending, we need to beat Natsuki's path, right? And then stop before a certain event occurs. Then beat Yuri's path, but stop before a certain event occurs, right? And then Sayori, do we need to stop before... We finished the game once with, we got Monica's ending, I'll say. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious. I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. What do I need to do for the third playthrough when I do Sayori's thing? Do I have to end at the same point as the other ones, or do I play it through? Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Oh, you accept her confession. Okay. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means either way, it's either way to my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Melba Toast. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking, animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Ooh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. So, on the first 2 playthroughs, do I turn down her confession? And then, on the third one, I accept it? She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why is that? Well, I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet. So I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about the simple things. There's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Wait. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I have to get this right. Ahaha. Okay, we're good. Sorry, guys. This was really important. I need to recenter every single time. Yeah, slice of life is my favorite for sure. Well, certain types of slice of life. I'm not into things like K-On!, like the moe, feel-good slice of life. But my favorite one of all times is... Oop, you can't see the game. My favorite one of all times is March Comes In Like a Lion, like the serious slice of life where you kind of get a bit deeper emotions. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at full power. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too. That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable. Ahaha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. But I guess it's fun sharing something that you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? If... Oh god, Sneaky. Oh god. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Did you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least, it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Aha-ha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? I mean, it depends. Like, I don't do the Monica thing too fast. Oh, do you mean don't delete her? Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Ha. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. I just finished this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast from her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting to someone like that. Oh, I know that streamer. That streamer used to play VR chat, right? Whoops. I think I saw them when I was back when I was watching Pokelols. When VR chat just blew up. I think he was part of the crew. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Ha. Huh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. All right. Guess I'll stop for now. I close the book and hand it over towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really all right? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? All right then. I stand up. I returned to where I put my stuff and carefully slipped the book into my bag. Okay. Oh, God. The Ugandan Knuckles thing. Is that still going on? God. VR chat turned into something crazy. I remember when it got taken over by that. It also got taken over by, what was it called? Like, the Lolly Mafia or some shit? I can't even remember. It was like, holy shit. Okay, let's go to Natsuki. Yay, she likes it. Let's talk to Yuri. Boo, she hates it. Let's talk to Sayori. Okay, and let's talk to Monica. Okay. Do we side with Natsuki now? Probably, right? Here, let's save. Let's do this. This is probably new for us anyways. Yuri? You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. Welcome back, Fruity. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. Oh, Fruity? Heads up. This game has some really fucked up stuff in it. This game has some really fucked up stuff that you might not like. Just a heads up. You might want to do... you might want to look into it, just in case. Yeah. This is a psychological horror. I'm also not joking. Yeah. Like, when I say you might want to look it up to make sure you're comfortable watching this, I literally mean that. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Ah. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. I promise, Fruity. I mean, there's going to be a while before there's anything bad in it, but it is bad, and I could see you not liking it. Yeah, I could see you not liking this game. But I also don't know for sure. So I'm going to leave that in your hands. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't have to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey. It's not like you need to apologize for me, Melba Toast. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway. The thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Yeah, this is a game that what it does is it starts you off in a really, really standard, like, anime visual novel, like, oh, which girl am I going to date setting? Like, it starts very, like, slice of life, dating cute girls of different types. Who do you want to date? And then it subverts it. So the idea is it's like, it spends half the game, like, roping you in to this, like, really cliche dating sim. And then it, like, turns it on its head and is like, now let's traumatize you. I'll go make some tea. Huh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciates it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now we're past that. Everyone's ready to read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Melba Toast. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around. From the lazing around we got too used to. Ah ha ha ha. Ah, so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. Not at all. So, for this playthrough that I'm doing, I'm going to try to leave before the really triggering scenes, so to speak. So today might mostly be okay until later in the stream. But I'm just giving you a heads up. No, not at all. Not at all. There's still some time before we have to go home. So we'll all relax it for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature reading in the club room. So maybe you can take a chance to pick up the book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Well, Fruity, that's what we did our first playthrough. We dated Monica on our first playthrough. We got the Monica ending. Yay! I disagree, Monica. Huh? About what? I mean, yeah, but this game got pretty infamous. Like, this is a pretty well-known game. So I'm curious to see how much that happened. I mean, I'm sure it happens somewhere. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Ha! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Oh, really, Yamo? Interesting. In the end, though Monica's right, being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, let's skip. Zoom, zoom. Okay, time to save and write a poem. Okay, here we go. Natsuki's poem. Are you ready? Here we go. Come on, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pink. Yes. Fluffy. Yes. Swimsuit. Uh-huh. Sugar. Yes. Kitty. Woo. Puppy. Mm-hmm. Well, it's got to be hop, right? So, hop. Uh-huh. Strawberry. Uh-huh. Okay, what next? We know what it is. Cinnabunny. Yep. Okay, what's next? Shit. Is it charm or is it heartbeat? Charm. Fuck! God damn it, Sayori! God damn it! 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop. 3, 4. Socks. Okay. Nibble. Yep. Twirl. Sugar. What is shiny? Mouse. Parfait. Bubbles. Bouncy. Doki Doki. Okay. Lipstick. What are we doing? Lollipop. What? Lucky? Lucky is Sayori, isn't it? What is this one? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what is this one? Feather? Feather or Lucky? I think Lucky might be Sayori. Fuck! God damn it, there's an achievement for this. Here we go. Kitty. Papa. Candy. Charm. Shit. Ribbon. Papa. Milk. Wait, did you just say Papa's milk? What is this poem? Is there? That is eerie. Hold up. What? What? I'm holding the fuck up. What's going on? Yeah, that's what it said. It said Daddy's milk is in his sock. That's the poem right now. Papa's milk is in his sock. Boop. It's flying. Shit. Papa's milk is in a flying sock. Chocolate. What? 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 Shit. Come on, we gotta get this. Anime. Boop. Shit. Shit. Milk. Friends, milk. Shit. Fluffy. Pure. Lollipop. Lucky. Playground. Heartbeat. Marshmallow. We can do this. We can do this. Puppy. Papa. Twirl. What? What? Fireflies? Skipping. Poof. Sugar. Ribbon. God damn it. It's one of these, isn't it? Loud? Loud? Shit! God damn it, we're so close! Pout. Parfait. She pouted as she sought her parfait. It was beautiful. Shit. God damn it, Sayori. We can do this. Waterfall, who is that? It is hers. Waterfall is hers. Hello, CD North. Bubbles. There's waterfall bubbles that are bouncy. And there's an, oh shit, fuck. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Ribbon. Lollipop. Silly. Shit. We can do this. Kiss is her. Giggle is her. Lucky is lipstick is her. Playground. Bubbles. Skipping. Okay. Okay. Bunny. Cinna bunny. Play. Fuck! We can do this. Skirt. Bouncy. What is my character talking about right now? That the skirt, the bouncy. Oh, I want to kiss a parfait with my lipstick. Oh, but there's a mouse in it. I'm gonna hop away. And sticky. Oh. Boop. Razzle dazzle. Damn it! No. God damn it. Okay, we can do this. Sweet. Fuck. We can't do this. Okay. Sticky. Sticky, shiny skirt. Delicious. Anime. Lollipop. Strawberry. Skipping. Sugar. Parfait. Heart? Fuck. I've done that one so many times. Sing. Shit. Come on. We could do this. This is hard mode. Party. Shit, we can... Oh, Sayori. Kitty. Ribbon. Poof. Bubbles. Skipping. Flower. 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 Shit. Shit. God damn it. Clouds. Sweet. Shit. Daydream? Damn it. What are you talking about, Sneaky? So many of these words are... There's not the option that is cute. What are you talking about? Okay, what's cute here? What's cute here, huh? Well, Jumpy. Okay, obviously Jumpy. Rainbow. Even Rainbow isn't her. Even Rainbow isn't her. Are you kidding me? You're saying that's on me? Yeah, I'll fucking swear in my 18+ stream. Okay. Rainbow isn't a Natsuki word. Think about that. Rainbow. You're like, oh, cute words. Oh, cute little I said rainbow. Oh, God. Okay. Sneaky. What is it? Is it holiday? Oh, it's sweet, obviously. Wait, it's not sweet. What is it? Sneaky. Tell me which word it is. This is your turn, Sneaky. You pick every single word. Get me to 20. No cheating. Yeah. Yes, Sneaky. You tell me. Huh? Is it a holiday? Oh, this is all Sneaky. Sneaky is the one that's saying, think, Curly, think. This is Sneaky's choice. I'm going to prove a point here. Oh, Sneaky's taking a while. It seems like maybe Sneaky's Googling right now. Oh, that seems like a Google amount of time. You say color? Ha! You lost already! Your first one! Take it back! Think, Sneaky, think! Doki Doki! Poof! Ha! Ha! I'm sorry, I'm just yelling at you guys. Oh, Okay. Giggle. Exactly. Puppy. Like, we're left with, like, things like Rainbow, and even Rainbow isn't her. Like, what is this? Games, maybe? Spinning. Spinning, probably. It's not flower. Okay. Nibble. It's not sweet. You think sweet would be her, but it's not. Mouse. Okay, we're almost there. Chocolate. I think Clouds is. Hop is. Cute probably is. Fluffy. Guys, this is the last... Oh, socks. Wait, this is the last one. Pink. We did it. We got the achievement. We got the achievement. We did it. Perfect Natsuki poem. Hell yes. Another day passes. Another day of completely skipped text. Did someone slap someone? What was that? ... It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah. Don't worry, I kept my promise. My just yelling at Sneaky Boy hurt my throat. Just yelling at Sneaky Boy. Here, you want to find out? Too bad. I pull the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands and then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know? I just wanted to make sure. I think they were probably applauding for my fucking awesome poem. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know? That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found... Monica. Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Huh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet. So I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there. I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're all really pretty to look at when they're lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on a wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Now, if I know anime, Natsuki's gonna fall, I'm gonna catch her, and she's gonna awkwardly land on me on the floor. And then our faces are gonna be a little bit close, and there's gonna be a bit of a silent moment where we look in each other's eyes, and then we're like, oh, sorry, let's read. Or someone's gonna walk up, and we're gonna be like, haha, sorry, we're just getting a book. That's what's gonna happen. Predicting it right now. I'm channeling my weeb powers. Powers of all the weebs in generations past come to me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wow! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able... Oh, I was wrong! God damn it! Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds up the box triumphantly. Dang it. The powers of the weeb's past has failed me. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it! Wait! There's still time! I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. There's still time. Let's see. The classroom chairs have desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit them into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. It's on wheels! There is still a chance, guys! She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls, but I've already learned my lesson, so I'll keep my mouth shut. Ush. Natsuki climbs onto the chair and then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha, there we go. Well, I think that it might not because it's showing us a CG here. I thought the CG would be her face just above mine. Like Neil Breen in a troll mask. just laying over a woman awkwardly. If you know, you know. Aha, there we go. See? I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Wah! The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the desk. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting there and doing nothing? Who was it that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Okay, this is also very anime. Gah. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead. Hup. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Ugh, heavy. Hey, Melba Toast. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry up and take this one. Huh? But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for 1 second. Hurry up. All right. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. Here's the moment of truth. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Huh? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look up my... Natsuki legs shake. I'm not, I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Yeah! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you. Oh! Who predicted this? The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. Who predicted this? A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Okay, I was a little bit wrong about her being right over my face, but I was close. I was so close. So close. So close. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gah, gross. Gah. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Haha. Oh, wait, are you trying to kill your club members or something? Ha. Monica. Ha. Sorry. Ha. She did it! Yes! Oh, good God. Ha. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. My... Huh? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. Is the book bent? There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. Oh no, Natsuki. It must have landed on that page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut and throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you... No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I can see the tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Every day. So hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. All right. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This'll help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. Didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I gather the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then, I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of the books from the top shelf. All right. That should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Ha. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. All right, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open up the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Okay. Natsuki! Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me and then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, you... Natsuki's face freezes, like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Yeah, I even wrote about Papa's milk in the sock for you. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Melba Toast. Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that my voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Melba Toast? Haha! Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind. I'm just kidding. Ha. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. Huh? But Melba Toast wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem was technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Melba Toast is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Melba Toast is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's gonna like it though, right? Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. We read this one. It's gross, she's gross, the world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, yeah, we read this one. Not bad, right? Okay, now we can skip this. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday. But I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Ha. Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? All right, I will. Okay, let's go Sayori. Ooh, I like this one, Melba Toast. There's some nice feelings in it, and I'm glad. Does this mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If that makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Oh god. Oh no, Sneaky. Yeah, maybe. Oh wait, we can skip this. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, Sayori. Been there, done that. Are you still mad at me? Huh? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday? Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. It's not really true. Meaning, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little bit too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please, don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants. But it's not fair to you, when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. Just makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide by that request. Okay. That was kind of silly of Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay. Yep. Load me. Ooh, meta. Meta. So load me up. Whatever be so frantic. Me fucking things up. Whatever puts you all the way out. Okay. Okay. We're gonna say I would walk home with Natsuki. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? This has nothing to do with what I just said. Ha, you admitted it. Skip! Okay. Spinning. Ribbon. Candy. Anime. Cheeks. Sugar. Parfait. Jump. Papa. Heartbeat. Mouse. Sticky. Sticky climax. We're just gonna do that for the hell of it. We don't need a perfect one. Kitty. Nibble. Skipping. Poof. Milk. Poof. Milk. Doki Doki. And then email. Oh, God. Oh, man. Skip! La. Hey, you. Huh? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. You're just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute. But we can't get started now. We can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori is all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then, in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, it's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought about it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get this started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Skip. Skip. Natsuki. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that, or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. You have played this game called Dead Effect 2. There's basically a zombie sci-fi with RPG elements. Oh, really? The name sounds familiar. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? Huh? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Melba Toast, please just tell me you like my poems. I don't really care. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki? Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki"? Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems. So you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was a part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poems a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her, but finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Have I read this one? Because tomorrow will be brighter, with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout. But my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars. But when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart. But what do I do when it's all torn apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read it. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. And I'm very happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's meaningful. Oh, I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do so, Natsuki takes my hand and pushes them back away. Her soft, small hand surprised me with her assertion. I don't want it. Huh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would... Never mind. I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now. Hey, Wifeosaurus, how is it going? Good evening, good afternoon. Let's give a quick shout out to the real Wifeosaurus. And anyone who is hanging out here right now, Wifeosaurus is an awesome, wonderful person with a great community, the Dino Pack, and is just a super... a streamer that I cannot say enough positive things about. Definitely check her out. But yeah, the storyline is about to get fucked. Little warning to everyone. I'm playing a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. I've already played this before, so I'm going for a different ending. So we're zooming through a lot of stuff, but if you guys are unfamiliar with this game, you may want to look into what this game contains, because this game is not for everyone. This game is a very psychological game with some stuff that might be triggering to some people. So, I'm just giving you that heads up right now, because we're actually at the point in the story, we're right about where shit hits the fan, but we're actually going to cut before shit hits the fan. So I don't think we'll see anything crazy right now. But, yeah, just a heads up. Just a heads up, guys. Okay, so right now what we're doing, we've already gotten the quote-unquote bad ending in this game. And right now what we're doing is we're trying to go for a special ending, which requires you to essentially try to help each character find happiness and cut before the bad shit happens. And that's kind of what we're doing. Yeah, this game goes real hard, and I guess some people didn't believe me when I said that, because it's clearly what it's trying to do is it's trying to subvert your expectations. So it's presenting itself as like a little, you know, cheery, typical dating sim, but it all subverts expectations and flips on its head. And we are on Fridays. I play horror games, Freaky Friday. So this is one of those games. So heads up, but real talk. I hope you guys give go check out Wifeosaurus. They play a lot of, if you got like my Mellow Monday, Wifeosaurus does a lot of stuff like that, but is also currently playing Kingdom Hearts. And also, you know what? While some people are here, I'm going to shout something out of my own. I've uploaded a video, which I made the other day, where I cut down a 4.5-hour stream with a bunch of awesome streamer friends. I played with What Does the Simon Say, Angry Scootsman, Abysmal Cosmos, Raceroni, Mr. Trolldemort, Jaded Geek Girl, and CD North. And we played a really, really fun game called Pokey Park. No, sorry, Pico Park. Pico Park. It was really crazy, and I just cut down like 72 clips out of that stream and put them into a video. It's pretty funny, so you guys are also welcome to check that out. Okay, back to the game. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Ah, yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Okay, and now we're gonna skip through some stuff. Wait, probably? Probably? No, we're not. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her for now. Okay, Monica. Hi, Melbatoast. We can skip all this, because we've seen this before. Sticking with Natsuki's style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? Oh, Oh, come on, Melbatoast. It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like the manga that she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. Huh? No, I think you're misunderstanding, Melbatoast. It's not like Natsuki just hates everyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So, I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times, she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, would you? Right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. While I care about her and the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright? Okay, we've read this one. So we'll continue. Skip. Okay, who am I going to help for the festival? I'm going to help Natsuki. Okay, I'm going to go with Natsuki. Baking sounds like it could be fun. Okay, we're going to skip to tomorrow. So we're nearing the end of this storyline with Natsuki, which means I actually... Oh, this. Okay, this is Sayori telling me that she's depressed. Okay, we've gone through this before. Okay. Playing with whipped cream or whatever that was. Okay, she gets close. Sayori catches us. Sayori's all sad. You'll always be my dearest friend. Okay. Okay, we need to save. I need to check something. Okay. So we're gonna go BRB for a second. I need to look up how to get this special ending because I right now could mess this up big time if I go too far. So let's see how to get Doki Doki Literature Club special ending. Let's see this. Hey, Cosmos, how's it going? Oh, a new meme chart. I'm excited. By the way, did you see what I linked to you in the music channel, Cosmos? Okay, how to get the secret ending. So, what we need to do. How to get the good ending. Write a poem. Wait, what do we need to do? Oh, yeah, I tagged you in it. I posted 2 charts. Well, I posted 2 songs, but really, it was about the bands. Uchu Konbini and Giocho. And they're both, like, Japanese kind of prog pop bands. And I feel like any of their music would make awesome, awesome spin rhythm charts. Because they're all, like, they're all really, like, poppy and accessible, but they're also really rhythmic and, like, progressive. Interesting bands. So I think you might be into them. Okay, let me see. So, what do we have to do? How to get the secret, good, best, or true ending when you play through? Okay, to get the good, best, and or true ending, you're going to need to see all 3 of Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri's private CG scenes. This is done by writing a poem specifically for them every chance you get. The easiest and quickest way to do this, okay, blah, 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 create a save file, pick one of the girls to write a poem to, stick with them throughout, side with them every chance you can get, until you have seen their CG cutscene and are back with Monica on the day of the festival. Create a save file at this point. Do not go too far, or end view a certain scene, or else the run will be corrupted and you need to start over. So once you have the save file that is logged, after viewing each of the girls' CG scenes, then you proceed through that one given scene and play the game normally. From that point, the game will progress exactly the same. But once you get to the void with a certain character, allow them to talk until they have shown a poem. Until she has you make a poem for her, do that. Let her talk some more until when she's staring in your eyes and saying random stuff every once in a while, and then delete her. Okay. So we can do this. We have to go a little bit farther. A little bit farther. Okay. Let's skip. You're already concerned. Yeah, I mean, the freaking guitar. Pretty much all of their songs, the guitar is like... It's like, what is going on? There's a lot of stuff. But a lot of their songs, there's a lot of weird rhythmic stuff. I mean, and even if it doesn't make a good... Even if it doesn't make a good chart, it's also just awesome music. Okay. Yamo, we are not at the ending yet, but we're real close. Okay. So now I think I create a save, right? So we're going to save down here. Okay. And now we're going to exit. Exit and return to desktop. Now let's just look at this for 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now I think we start a new game. Oh, Cosmos is kind of the center of a rhythm game community. Here, let's give a quick shout out. Cosmos is also one of the people I played Pico Park with in that video I just linked earlier. Cosmos, if you're into rhythm gaming, Cosmos is 100% worth checking out. She's an English VTuber and plays a lot of all sorts of rhythm games, actually. And does charting for, like, spin rhythm and stuff like that. I really, really recommend checking her out. Okay, new game. We're going to speed through Yuri. We actually did the Yuri playthrough last time. So we're actually going to really skip through this real fast. Yuri's playthrough will go especially quickly because we've already seen all these scenes. Okay, we're going to save. Okay. We've already gotten the Yuri achievement. So, so we don't actually need a perfect poem for her. Incongruent, disaster, uncontrollable, disoriented, climax, frightening probably isn't her. Unending, misfortune, dang it, depression, dang it, agonizing, massacre, anxiety, melancholy, vivacious, intellectual, meager, entropy, Abysmal Cosmos wrote my favorite chart for spin rhythm because Simon hates playing it, and because it's basically almost impossible, and I troll Simon with it every chance I can get. It's really good. Explode. Inferno. Oh, it wasn't death. Contamination. There we go. Okay, we're gonna skip. Okay, now we're gonna read with Yuri. Okay, let's read with Yuri. I think we've already read all this. So her playthrough is gonna go so fast because we actually literally did this playthrough last stream. I just didn't set up the special ending correctly because I saw the scene I'm not supposed to look at. And then we're going to do Sayori's playthrough. Okay. They're going to fight, blah, blah, blah. Yell about her boobs getting bigger. I'm going to side with Yuri. Okay. Save time. Yes. Return. Okay, entropy. You know, there's going to be something wrong when every single one of my poems I bring in has the word entropy in it. Frightening. Tenacious. Effulgent. Anxiety. Intellectual. Oh, wrong person. Who likes nightgown? Her. I just wanted to know. Judgment. Uncontrollable. Agonizing. Incongruent. Unending. Empty. Damn it. Massacre. Melancholy. Existence. Landscape. Unrestrained. I don't know. Determination. There we go. By the way, my cousin does stream on Twitch. My cousin was one of the top North American Osu players at one point. Okay, let's talk to Yuri. Okay. Yeah, it is ridiculous watching my cousin play Osu because, like, I just can't perceive what is going on the screen. It is just absurd. Oh, Cosmos. Scoots gifted me Sayonara Wild Hearts. So I'm going to stream that at some point in the near future. I know it's like rhythm adjacent, as Simon says, I think. Okay, what are we doing? Incongruent. Intellectual. Unrestrained. Anxiety. Existence. Contamination. Landscape. Infinite. Tenacious. Philosophy. Massacre. Frightening. Universe, probably. Disoriented, probably. Unrequited, maybe. No. Oh, right, because she likes love. Vertigo. Depression. Fuck. Effulgent. Disown. Sensation. Despise. There we go. Oh man, let's skip. Woo! Wow, skipping through this playthrough is super fast. Okay, Yuri, you get to read this first. Is this my third poem tour? We're like right near the end of Yuri's. This is what we did at the end of last stream, so it's all been seen. Natsuki probably doesn't want to see us. Yeah, no thanks. Next. By the way, Cosmos, have you seen there's a, what's it called? League of Legends stories, like Hex Tech something. There's like a League of Legends rhythm game that just came out like last month or something. Okay, we've read all that. Okay, let's go with Yuri. Okay, Sayori's telling us that she is depressed. Okay, now we're gonna hang out with Yuri and have too much fun. Okay, and now we're caught. Blah, blah, blah. She loves me. You'll always be my dearest friend. Bam. We'll speed forward. Okay. We are now on the day of the festival. We're going to create a save here. We're going to return. And we are going to exit. And we're going to create a... wait, what? And we're going to create a new game. Did I? Okay. I will... Oh, I did. I did. You're correct. You're correct. I did do that. I will fix that. Here, maybe I'll put it all in caps. Trigger warning. Oh, and there I did wanting. And there I did warning. Apparently I can't type with a giant microphone in front of my keyboard. There we go. Okay, I will be right back, and then we will do the third playthrough, and the third playthrough is where shit is going to hit the fan, and we're going to get into horror territory. So, heads up. Okay, BRB. Okay, I am back. Eldritch horrors. Yes. So, let's really quickly... Here, I'm going to swig some water. Okay. Let's really quickly check what we need to do. We don't need to check that yet. Actually, you know, we're on a BRB screen. Let's do it. Okay. Skip feature, blah, blah, blah. When we get to the void, allow her to talk until she... As you make a poem for her. Do that. Let her talk until she starts staring into your eyes and saying random things. And then delete. And then we've unlocked the good ending. How to get the secret good ending. Step by step. Create a save file. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Create a save file right before the first poem. Oh, this is going to get complex. This is going to get complex. Oh my god. At this point, you've unlocked the secret ending. We won't spoil anything. Play through the rest and enjoy. Okay, okay, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Bam! New. Oh yeah, that song is sick. If you guys are curious about that song, you can actually see it below my screen. It is called Sight of Silence from Gurumin, A Monstrous Adventure OST by Nihon Falcom. That song is sick. I love it. I'm tempted to make that my intro music instead of my BRB music because we almost never get to hear late into the song and the song gets so good. And I'm kind of a little tired of my intro music. So I might switch it. The intro music is a little too happy. Okay, new game. Speedrun. Okay. We're gonna save. We need to write a perfect poem. This is gonna be the hardest one. We need to write a perfect poem for Sayori. So what the hell is her perfect poem? Together? Passion? Friends? Dance? Rose? Misery, is Misery her? Because she's also into like depression, right? The only thing is like, the thing that's weird about Sayori is Sayori has a little bit of overlap with Natsuki, and Sayori has a little bit of overlap with Yuri. Depression. Holiday? Okay. Forgive? That's probably Yuri, right? I have no clue here. Daydream? Daydream or forgive? Probably one of these, maybe? Da 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 da. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes! Daydream. Flower might be her. Okay. Embrace is probably her. I have no clue here. Tear? Oh, that makes sense. Romance. No. Shame? Shame, maybe? Broken? Journey. Journey, maybe. I don't know. Hope? Okay, Hope was it. Could be Party. Party is probably Natsuki. Alone? Alone, maybe? Alone could be Yuri, though. Party could be Natsuki. It's funny that you get these things where you're like... It could also be Covet, actually. But Covet is probably Yuri. Okay. Alone. Love, probably. Okay. Unrequited, maybe. Probably unrequited. Also probably Grief, to be honest. But let's go with unrequited. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, was Ocean hers? I'm trying to remember. Ocean might have been hers. Nothing else jumps at me. Maybe Memories, but that seems like it's probably Yuri. Okay. One more. Probably Pain. I think Pain. Yes! We got the achievement. First try. Okay. I thought that would be the hardest one and it's the one that we got the fastest. I mean, the one thing that's easy about her is if it has to do with love, it's her. Okay, we're doing up her button. That was all weird. Or undoing her buttons. Let's talk to Sayori. Okay, so this is new. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Melba Toast. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha 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 ha. Wait. Wait a bloody second. Wait a bloody second. We need to recalibrate. It's been a second. Ha. Okay. We had to recalibrate. We're back. Calibrated. Okay. We're back. History. Ha. Okay, good. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Melba Toast poem. And that makes it feel extra special. I thought I'd be able to choose a new name every single time I created a save. But I guess we're stuck with Melba Toast. We're stuck with the fucking name Melba Toast for this whole rest of this game. Melba Toast? Oh, I was like, this is only going to be like an hour of the game. We're only committing to Melba Toast for an hour because I can't think of anything. I know. I thought when we did a new game, we were just going to choose a different name. Oh, I just doomed us to an existence. I mean... And if I get sponsored, by doomed, I mean, we will be, proud recipients of this name because I want to be connected to Melba Toast every day. I don't know. Okay, like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. Oh, we've read this. Skip! Natsuki. Skip! This is basically what we read for our first playthrough, right? Skip! So, Acts 2 and 3 are going to go real fast, I think. Okay. They're going to fight. They're going to yell about boob sizes. I'm going to say, help me, Sayori. Okay, Sayori's going to help me and deconstruct it. Sayori looks like a good, nice, peaceful person that will... Okay, now we can save. Boom, 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 boom. Don't bum. We're gonna return. Ah, here we go, guys. Depression. Yay! Okay. Kiss. Damn it. Shit. Wait, we don't even need a perfect one. Cheer. Grief. Covet? Fuck. Shit. Terrible. We just got a perfect one, and now I'm just messing up everything. Marriage. Woo! Love. Yes! Together. Forgive? Ocean. Heaven sent. Shit. Holiday. Yes. Vacation. Yes. Flower. Desire. Probably not. Shame. Yep. Defeat. Okay. Secretive, maybe? Grief. Promise? No clue? Oh well. Childhood, I don't know. Daydream. Okay, take care, Fruity. Have a great day. Okay. I just want to know who likes bed. Oh, it's her. Because she sleeps in. Anger. Damn it. Well, she like... Yuri's gonna like scars. Unrequited. Peaceful. Okay. Embrace. Yuri likes covet. Party? Journey. Okay, I think we wrote one for her. Okay. Okay. We got it. Melba Toast. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So, I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, are you going with Melbatos to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Ah, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It's just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Melbatos? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the classroom. I follow behind Sayori as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyways? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Melba Toast is a brand of like a weird little, like, kind of rectangular, not that little actually, a kind of rectangular-ish cracker that's probably like, I don't know, like, what, 2 inches by an inch or 3 inches by 1.5 inches or something. And people like, oops, I just punched my microphone. People like spread like cream cheese or something on it. It's like a little kind of cracker thing. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? It's not like a cheese. It's like, it's very like, not bland per se, but it's very like hard and grainy. And it, you know, and then you can kind of put anything on it really. Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah. That sounds... Hey, 1 second, guys. 1 second. This is really important. Okay, it's time. This is Melba toast. It looks like bread, but it's actually like really hard and like brittle. Right there. That's a Melba toast. There you go. The more you know. Cheez-Its. Well, but Cheez-Its is a good name for escapists. Because it's like... Because people yell cheese it before they run, you know? Cheese it! Like, especially in, like, the 90s. So that's actually a really good name. That sounds kind of dull. Melba toast, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori, how do I put it? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Huh? You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Ha. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Melba toast, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings me a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Just like me. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the colors' names. All right, that's one down. Don't get too distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside, so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Smack! Kia! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls onto the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, wow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That ow just sounded like a joke I made in the last Terraria stream. Oh no. I can't even repeat it. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by her waist and pull her out of the closet. You just have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. We're going through different classrooms like supply closets. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her head from her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Oh man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Melba toast. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Ha. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. Oh no, Sneaky. Oh no, Sneaky. I'm worried about what's going to happen in chat right now. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it will just be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other one to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. Ha. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, that's good. Hey, Melba Toast. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Huh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things that you did. Sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. Ha. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to stop me, to stop crying, but it was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out, even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't really pay enough attention to you. Ouch! Ouch! Dagger in the heart! So, in a way, it's my fault. It was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Melba Toast. I don't... Oh, Jesus. Sneaky. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Sneaky. I don't think you realized it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Melba Toast, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up, for college or after that. So, it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. I feel bad for everyone in chat right now and every VOD watcher who has that. I might just edit the YouTube video and put a blur over here. Here, let's do something real fast. Here we go. 1 second. Slash. Timeout. Sneaky boy. For 1 second. Reason? There we go. See what? Sorry, for 1 second. I don't know if I said minute. Timeout for 1 second. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Thank you, Sneaky. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Okay. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Are we ready? I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs and tries to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the clubroom. Okay. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with some crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Huh? Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I have the poster paper, too. Aha, Careful, Sneaky. There might be another second waiting for you. I'm just kidding. Aha. It sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Melba Toast. Oh, well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Aha. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Okay, we're gonna read Sayori's first. Melba Toast, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Huh? No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Huh? What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just meant you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But somehow you make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Huh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Aha. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know? Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Melba Toast, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you've completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Okay, we've read this one. They're all shedding. Yeah. We've read this. Okay, let's skip. We're gonna skip. You remembered a good but stupid joke. What is it? Oh, this is new. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Melba Toast. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise, I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Okay, we've read this one. Skip! Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it didn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person that would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Ha. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, and now Monica. What do you have to say? I don't care. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. Ha. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... Ha. I'm just teasing. I know it takes a little bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And also, you can talk to me every now and then, too. It's not like... I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No. It's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry. If I was putting pressure on you or something. I really don't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway... Time to skip! Who cares? Let's get out of here! Ba-doo-dat, 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 ba-doo-dat. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Oh, music change. I would walk home with you. What are you talking about? Obviously. Okay, poem 3. Here we go. Together. Embrace. Grief. Wow, embrace? Together, embrace? It's like, oh, this is gonna be nice and romantic, and then it's embrace grief. Oh, that was a turn. Broken? Yes. I have no clue. Adventure? Yes. Ocean? Yes. Vacation. Death. Unstable? Damn it. Lazy. Marriage. Flower. Kiss. Damn it. Shit. Love. Secretive. Family. Anxiety? Shit! God damn it! Hopeless. Blanket? Shit! I think we still got it for her, though. I think we're fine. Oh, wait, you want me to try to picture this? That one scene from Iron Man where Tony Stark makes his first suit. Yeah, yep. Oh, that's, I'm having a hard time picturing that. Did I do it correctly? Did I do it correctly, or was it too mixed? This is your best one so far. I did it. It's really, really nice, Melba Toast. Thanks. Sarah, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything all right? Huh? Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I just want to see the smiles on your face. Well, all right. Hey, Melba Toast. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. That doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know that I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something. And this is how this poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori. No. Melba Toast. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed us. Sayori, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Melba Toast. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. Ha ha. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, now we're gonna show it to Natsuki. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. But as good as yesterday's anyways. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Huh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Ha ha. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds out her poem out at me, like nothing ever happened. Okay, we read this one. I'll be your beach. Yeah, skip. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with a message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. Oh, let's skip. Who cares? Yuri. Skip. Who cares? Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose it's better to compare the differences in our writing style and thought processes. Skip! Monica time. Okay. Ha. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although, we kind of grew up as best friends. I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together. I see. It reminds me. But Sayori's been off a little today. Yeah, did she tell you or something? Did she tell you something? Ah, well, Melba Toast, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. All right. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyways, I'll share my poem with you right now, okay? Skip. Okay. We're gonna save. Save. Okay, we need to look up something real fast. Okay. So where are we right now? Blah, 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 blah. Once you have a save file that is logged after you've viewed each individual girl's CG scene, then you can proceed to Sayori's you-know-what scene. The game from this point on will progress exactly the same. So unfortunately, yes, you'll need to torture the Dokis, the Dokis, one last time. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. When you get to the void with Monica, allow her to talk until she has you make a poem for her. Go ahead and do that. And let her talk until she gets to the point where you're staring into her eyes and she's saying random stuff. Then delete her and restart the game. At this point, you've successfully unlocked the secret good ending. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. I mean, we're also really far, but we're getting close. Okay. I'm gonna go with Sayori. I mean, we can't. Fine, I'll go with Monica. You picked me. Now they're gonna fight. Fine, I'll go with Natsuki. Oh, guys, just so you know, everyone in chat, we're very, very, very close to hitting a moment that is the moment that you may want to not see, depending on who you are. So, heads up, we're there now. We're leaving Happy Land. We're entering Horror Land in a second. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We're about to get some new stuff. I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So, there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you truly are the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. So I know we'll both be happy. Okay, I'm gonna create a save here. Okay, let's return. Melba Toast. Oh, actually, I need to create a save after that. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Melba Toast. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Melba Toast. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip on me around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori. I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Melba Toast. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Melba Toast. Sayori gazes at me, once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should do something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Okay? So let's go to school real fast. Skip. Blah, blah, blah. Let's create a quick save right here. Yes. Okay. Return. Okay. Okay, what did she just say? I'm the club president after all. Wait, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. Oh. We're back here. Poem, blah, blah, blah. That really... Okay. What does it say? I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori? Okay. Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. And why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? And remain friends with her like it had always been. Oh, wait, what did it just say? Spend more time with her, walked her to school, remain friends with her like it always has been. Then I could have prevented this. Bam, end. Okay, ending number 1. Okay, so now it doesn't really matter what we do until we get to the end, right? Is that correct? We can just skip through, choose anything, and we just get right to the end? Okay. Speedrun. Speedrun. Yes. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get that ending. La da da. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Hell yes. I think we read this. A dream. I was wandering around an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs are already getting tired. I'm not sure if we did read that. Okay, doesn't matter. I hope you like my poem. What the hell? I just got an achievement. Any % world record attempts. What the hell? Hi again, Melba Toast. La 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 la. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages in. Ah, crap. Is this just the same? Our eyes meet, blah, blah, blah. That only makes her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I see that you basically called out what happened. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit. This is just the same, right? I just want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. I'm just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? We've already read this in the first one. I mean, so I'm sure we'll see some weird stuff pop in. But currently, this is exactly the same as we've read. Oh, we can skip. Weird shit. Blah, blah, blah. We're looking over her shoulder. Everything's weird. Natsuki. Skip. Blah, blah, blah. Monica. Hey, who cares? I don't care one little bit. Goodbye. Ooh, Yuri. There we go. Awesome. What a wonderful exchange of poems. Who are you going to side with? Natsuki. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri. Oh, look who it is. Hey, Melba Toast. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Skip. Skip the horror. Okay. Special jumps make me giggle in a cage, despising lust. I fester, all jumpy with the essence of treasure, candy, and party time. It's been an eternity since I've had a silly breath, but time is lucky because kawaii philosophy is spinning. There we go. Nailed it. Skip. I think Natsuki's gonna like that one. Oh no, maybe not. Me bulls, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, definitely. I have no idea what's happening. My character's like, yeah, sure. And I don't even care. Wait. I mean, would you like to spend some time together? Not really. I planned on it anyways. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? Sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Blah, blah, blah. Deep breath. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I have some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. We've read this before. Yeah, there's one thing not to mention. There we go. Let's skip. So if we've seen things on like first playthroughs, but we're in the second act and rereading stuff, it doesn't let us skip it because it's technically different. Oh, nice creepy eyes. Your eyes look beautiful. Ha. Ha. Kame. Ha. Okay. Natsuki, you can read this. Well, it's not any worse than your last one. It's not any better. Phew. Well, this isn't a train wreck. I'll take it as you're the most critical. Wait, was that a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes. This is all very familiar. I know what you mean. So poems, blah, blah, blah. Learn something from it. We've read this poem. Not bad, right? Quite a bit longer. Okay, cool. Awesome. I have doubts. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, what did I do? Thanks. Whatever. This is the content you guys love reading. Love watching. We're getting that ending. Monica. Hello. Here we go. Please help me. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. We're getting different special poems this time, which is interesting. So our special poems from like a a certain pool, or does it? Are they related to your pink determination, philosophy, nature, heaven sent Valentine, suicide, something, wrath, insight, whatever? And we'll put one there, just to be different. Nailed it. Okay. Hi, Melba Toast. I don't care. I just want to see the end. Is it really that bad? And I want to see the special content. We want to see all that special content, too. I've been feeling a little on edge lately. We don't need to talk about it. I feel like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Well, Melba Toast just walked in, too. Were you practicing piano again? Yes. Ha ha ha. Determination. Whatever. Blind run. I'm gonna buy a new... Ha 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 ha. Listen, we're just skipping to the end. We're just sprinting. Okay, are we on... Have we done 2 poems or 3? We've done 3, right? Oop, oop. Okay, this is new. Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. Use an auto-clicker. I would hate for you to think that I'm weird just because we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. And expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least, that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me, so I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies and the way I couldn't control myself when I get too excited about something, so I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time I come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. I think we have read this. Like it's gonna rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know what's happening. Melba Toast. Is it just me or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart since I joined the club, but recently, I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't... Oh god, that face. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally we're alone and we can just stay here for a while. Hey, I have a question. What happened that one time when she was like, you're recording this, aren't you? What, did it like detect like Streamlabs application open or something? What was the deal with that? Yeah. I just want to stay here. That was a really cool moment. Just the two of us. We can stay here until club ends. Then we can have club room to all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. Aha, ha. That was a joke. Good one. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. Make sure to give them all their fair share of use. Definitely Higurashi When They Cry vibes right now. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. I should get Higurashi When They Cry. I should. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Melba Toast. I like how we can see Monica through her. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Or in front of her, I guess, every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Is Monica fading more and more into existence? Not to mention that other pathetic child. We could walk home together every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. She's getting more and more opaque. Will you do that with me, Melba Toast? Will you do that with me, Melba Toast? Nailed it. Okay, broken neck in 3. Oh, never mind. Just Monica. I was wrong. Don't say I didn't warn you, Melba Toast. No! Oh, I should have clicked yes. What have I done? Okay, everyone. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnate. Skip! Natsuki, I was thinking. I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, can you blah, blah, blah? Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, you picked me. Yes. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. Here, 1 second. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. For this part. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this all correct. Let's get this lined up. Okay, there we go. That did the voice acting for me. I can't keep up. There we go. Oh, there she is. Let's skip. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back. All right, it's festival time. Yeah, you guys only get that with Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Wow, you got here before me. I thought it was pretty easy. Ah. Barf. Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Melbatos, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh, that's not good. Ha ha. Well, that's a shame. Golly. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Melbatoast? Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Remove Yuri. Delete it. Perfect. Remove Natsuki. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Natsuki lifts the foil from the tray. Seriously, these are the best. I just had to have one. Since it's the last time I'll get the chance to, before they stop existing and everything. But anyways, I really shouldn't make you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? There we are. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, I'm scared. Hi again, Melbatoast. Welcome to the Literature Club. We already know each other because we were in the same class last year and, I guess we can just skip over this stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? Okay, let's just really hope I don't fuck this up. Okay. So, what I need to do, for clarity. We're in the void with Monica. We have to allow her to talk until she has us make a poem for her. We make her a poem, we let her talk, and then she stares us in the eyes and says random things every once in a while. Then we exit and delete her character. right? We can delete her character file. At this point, we've successfully unlocked the secret good ending. Just play through the rest and enjoy. Okay, we're almost there. I'm talking to you, Melba Toast. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know that I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little bit more attention. This would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. But the whole thing with Yuri, well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it drove her to kill herself. Ha ha. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes, here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. Can I save here? I just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. Can I save? There's no point? Okay. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Melba Toast? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Melba Toast. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Melba Toast. And now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's too hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. While the world around me started becoming more and more gray, more and more flat. Cue the Iron Man meme, Sneaky? Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Melba Toast. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness such nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. And it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Melba Toast, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light of my world. When there's nothing else in this game for you, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Melba Toast, will you go out with me? Yes! I'm so happy. You really are everything, Melba Toast. The funny part is, I mean that literally. Ha. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. I probably made that joke the first time we played this. I don't remember, but it seems like something I would do. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Melba Toast. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point. I don't think anything will go back, will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could just delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Ha. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? La da 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 monka ass da 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 la da 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 monka ass da 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 da. I'm looking for all the mankas. Manka S. Oh, God. Where is it? Oh, we don't have one. Da 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 Monka ass. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That is closest, I guess. Can I get some curly fry monkas in chat, please? It will help me through this moment. Monka? Here, I'll start. Oh, I put a cool guy in there. We don't want a cool guy. No, we don't. Get out of here. There we go. La da 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 Monka ass. Curly fry, Monka. Da 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 da. Oh God. Oh God. Monka. Okay, we did it. We're almost there. Well, hi again, Melbatos. So we have to go a little bit farther. Okay, I'm scared. What do we do? Hang on. Go ahead and do that. Let her talk some more until you get to the point where she's just staring in your eyes and says random things every once in a while. Okay, be patient. I'm scared. Melbatos, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our fantasies. Of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way in a world with infinite choices. Behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. One sec. I have to do something really important, guys. I gotta do something real important, guys. La da 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 da. Here we go. Now you can join in. You've earned it. You're bringing us here. Before we continue, I'm gonna let you do your mankas. Yeah, Mo. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. You've broken the fourth wall so many times. I just assumed it would be the best part of the game, like everyone else. Like, that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Yeah, you can now do the Monka mode. You're allowed to. You have the power. Maybe even deleted my character file, if you preferred playing it without me. There we go! We got it! We can now proceed with this. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now, we don't have to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Melbatoast? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on for a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Yes, I am. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here, but do you mind telling your friend it's a bit rude of him to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Okay, is this where we delete? Is this where we delete? Is this it? I'm just kidding, not yet. I can't do anything after all. Oh, there we go. Did I scare you? Aha ha, you're so cute. Anyway, Melba Toast, I didn't mean to get distracted, I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me, shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Is this it? Is this it? She going to say something? Did I delete her now safely? La 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 da 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 boop. I booped your nose. Da 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 da. Yamo, am I free? Am I free to delete her? I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes. After this, I can do this now? Knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want than to be in the same room as you for real. And to feel your warmth. And to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you. Even from here. We're so scared that the run is going to be over. all our hopes are on Yamo. There you go. La da 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 da. How do I exit? How do I exit? Do I have to Alt F4? I can't escape. Okay, I'm gonna Alt F4. Okay? Alt F4? I'm waiting for confirmation. Wait, history. Exit! Yes! Okay. Files. Characters? Delete. Oh god, I'm so scared. Oh god. Yep, get out of here. Okay. What? Oh no. What's happening? Elbatoast, what's happening to me? It hurts so much. Help me, Melbatoast. Please, hurry and help me. Help me. Did you do this to me, Melbatoast? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? Yeah, it's basically the same as Doki Doki, except that there's yeah, the game desktop, and there's like a bunch of the side content for the desktop apparently has like the script is 50% as long for the side content. So there's 150% as much content. So it's actually a pretty substantial addition. How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Melbatoast. I trusted you. You just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Melbatoast. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. La la la. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Melba Toast. I know I said I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends. And I love them all. And I love the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then Doki Doki. So then I go new game? It's an ordinary school day like any other. What? And there's no... Ah! I messed up! It's new? Then why would it let me skip? Can I go exit and start a new game? Doki Doki. Oh, because before it wouldn't let me. Can I just start a new game? It's an ordinary day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. It was unchecked, but before it was it wouldn't let me skip through choices dialogue I haven't seen. Anyways, I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Melba Toast. Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we picked up that habit once again. Melba Toast, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it. Even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. Heh. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Okay, no worries, Sneaky. Take care. By the way, Melba Toast, have you decided on a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I don't think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. Or I think I've decided on a club. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Okay. We have the auto save here. Let's create a save here to be safe. It's okay. Wait, one second. Okay. I guess the meeting is over, huh? Yeah, it looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Melba Toast. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Melba Toast. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're going to make it the best club ever. Now that you've joined, every day is going to be so much fun. Hey, Melba Toast. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. Okay, this is the ending. You comforted us through our hard times. You helped us get along with each other. Do you get it, Melba Toast? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. Ha. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So... Hey, oh my gosh, Yamo. Thank you very much. I'm going to add you to the... Oh, you more than paid it forward, my friend. I'm going to add you to the list in a second. We're going to play through this and then I will add you. Thank you very much. That's really generous. This is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Melba Toast. Come visit me sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. Oh, let's see who you got. Ooh, you got Gordon, who I met the other day. Daddy Scott is an awesome streamer. Good guy. Look Away Fudge. Oh, Shadow Knight. We just met them. And Coach Crage. Thanks a lot. Oh, that's really generous. I appreciate it. And I'm honored to be your first. Just so you guys know, you never feel compelled to donate, but it's really, really appreciated. We all love you. Ooh, what's this?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Monica.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song.
This is the portal moment.
And I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
There we go. So we're going to finish up all the side content to this game. I think I'll book it on Tuesday just so anyone who wants to see it can book that day.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
I don't know if we can do all the side content in one stream, but we'll definitely start all the side stories on Tuesday. I'm also going to check to see if we have anything in mail yet.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
This is a pretty cute game. I know it's weird to call it a cute game, but it's a pretty cute game.
Have I found everybody a fun
Oh.
assignment to do today?
And we'll see all the images this time, right?
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
Weird. Is it different for the Plus version?
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free?
Is she not going to delete this one? Oh, she's deleting it.
How can I write
Extra special thanks to Monica and Melba Toast.
Reality, if I don't know how to love you,
That would be nice. We'll see. We'll find
I'll
out.
leave you be.
We'll find out. Oh, we got it. To the special player who received this special ending, for years I've been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in a brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun. And that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reasons we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. Okay. Oh, we got our first mail. Okay, so first things first. I'm going to do a couple of things, but first things first, we have to add our good friend to this list. So bam, we're going to go gift. Okay, and we are going to add Yamamoto. Save. And momentarily, there you go. You are now on the list. That sounds like you're on the list. So that's part one. Okay. So we now have mail. We have new pictures. So I think this is going to be the cutscenes we've seen and some of the poems. Clearly, we haven't gotten some of these poems. I'm curious about those that we've missed. We've gotten a bunch of the art. I presume these are probably from side stories, right? These are probably the bad poems. Yeah. So I'm sure we'd get these on subsequent playthroughs going through the end. Okay. A lot of this stuff is so cute. Okay. We also have some mail, which I believe that you get mail by your progression, like based on how much progression you have in the, like, you know, pictures and music. So let's see. Side stories. From Ria Vort to Untitled Mail Group. Thanks to everyone who has worked so hard on this control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a little bit from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes? Or is it a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment or for fun? So, if I'm keeping track, we have what? Like 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monica, of course. It's funny, because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality, they all are. As real as ours, anyway. Okay. Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. Interesting. And we have Ive Laster. Untitled Mail Group. Subject, have a nice weekend. I'm on leave for the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time. But I expect my jobs to run for a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? So there's some weird metaverse stuff going on. Okay, also let's count. How many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I believe there are 7, I mean, not including part 1, part 2. I believe there are 7 side stories in total. I think the 7th one appears after you play the other 6. So what that means is that next time we stream this game, which will be on Tuesday, we will play through all of the side stories. We're going to do side story stream. Well, I shouldn't say we're going to play through all of them. We're going to try to play through all of them. You know what? Should we get started on a side story today? You know what? It might be nice to have a VOD that is like side stories. It might be nice to have that. Because this is going to be pretty substantially large. It's probably going to be a pretty substantially large stream. And let's check music. Okay. I'm really excited. That was really enjoyable. So, firstly, thanks to everyone for hanging out. It has been, it's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that game. Actually, thank you to my sister, 5 Pickle Morning, for gifting me that game. I would have not played that game. I was always interested in it, but her getting it for me basically pushed it up in the queue real far. Let's give a thanks to the real Waifosaurus for the raid. I appreciate it. Waifosaurus is a really awesome streamer. And really chill. Lots of things like Spiritfarer, Dragon Quest Builders 2. What's that game where you're like Dragon Cafe, Little Dragon Cafe, lots of stuff like that. But she also does some things like Subnautica and Kingdom Hearts. Definitely recommend it. I just want to shout out Cosmos. The reason I want to shout out Cosmos is because I've always enjoyed Cosmos a lot. Cosmos is super nice. But when I played with Cosmos the other day, I could not believe how much fun I had with her. She was so much fun to stream with, an awesome streamer. I was so impressed with just like how much she added to the group, how she would set up jokes and clips and respond to stuff, and just like had such a strong personality that added so much character. So if you are into rhythm games at all, actually, and Cosmos also does things other than rhythm games like Sekiro and stuff like that, I really recommend checking her out. I definitely am going to try to coerce her to play some more games with me in the future. Also, if you're curious to see a cut down video of that stream we did, you can check it out. I created an almost 30-minute video of the multiplayer session we did. It's a lot of fun, really funny. And if you want to see the whole playthrough, I upload all my VODs on YouTube. We have a Discord server with a bunch of awesome people, and there's all that other stuff. Also, big thanks to Yamo. Thanks for your generosity. That was, yeah, that was very kind of you. Okay, let's see. Who is on? Who is online right now? You know what? Let's go say hi to another real good guy. This guy is a completionist, a trophy hunter. Has gotten 1,000 platinum trophies. Wait, what? What? And just a really kind guy. Wait, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? What happened? What did I do? I'm confused. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and if you guys are curious to see the side stories of Doki Doki Plus, I will be playing this on Tuesday. Next couple of days, I'll probably be playing like Mass Effect or Andromeda and stuff. Okay, have a wonderful evening. Take care, guys. Mwah.